is the beginning of spiritual practice the most difficult?
Well, it's a time of crisis. It's kind of a shocking time, actually, which means that it's a very powerful time when you're considering who you're not and who you need to be and where you're not and where you need to be. And then you're dealing with practitioners who are already there. It's like it puts you in a crisis. Right? You're in crap land, right? You're a dirtbag. Right? You're just entering the house or the path, and everybody's bright and shiny because they've been working on themselves for years. And that doesn't mean anything, right? Because the bright and shiny comes from practice over time and familiarity, and we are not, in the beginning, able to see their problems and where they're at exactly. But if they're humble people, then it doesn't matter. They're going to relate to you from a humble viewpoint that they're simple and open and beginners on the path, like even the gurus are beginners on the path. We're all beginners on the path. The master is a person who's very comfortable as a beginner on the path, right? Like, extremely, and knows the ins and outs, and can give you more and more effective answers than your mind can give you, which is part for the course, right? So they can be very humble people and not wanting to show up in any way, shape, or form. But if you find them in the right position or access or contact, then you start to see that their being on the path can produce some pretty interesting and powerful understanding. And that's what we were working towards. What is that powerful understanding that enables us to deal with the conflicts of self-otherness in the beginning of the path because of all the shifting, all of the identity crisis that's going on, right? And then, on top you have the ideas of the masters up there, and those are inaccessible because you just got on the boat. You're just leaving the pier. They're just letting the rope off of the pier post or whatever it is, right? And so the boat is tooting and just going off, so you got a long ways to go, man. And so then you study. That's the way you study, so that you start to recreate and reconsider what you thought you were and who you thought you were from the beginning, as a human being or as an ego, as a man, as a woman, as an object, say, as a self, as a subject, even. And all of that is then wood for the fire. We have to understand that when we get to that place where we're on the ship of, let's say, the journey to real practice and realization and the company of the masters, then all of these things have to be considered. The conflict in the beginning fades out because you create the conflict. It's your own programming that creates any conflict, any struggles or whatever. You're bouncing with people, the ego, that's you. You create that. And when your heart starts to enter that, then all of that disappears. When the heart's up there, it's not about conflict. Or you sense the conflict, and you tell people they're in conflict. You tell them they're in darkness, easily out of compassion. You say, you're in darkness. Not because you care about it, because you know what darkness is, right? It's doubt, it's confusion, it's self-division, it's anxiety, it's insecurity, it's all these things. You say, that's darkness. See? It's a matter of fact. That's darkness. And you say it in a way because you're practicing that it's like no big deal. You can get beyond that. Right? It's nothing. It's a step. And that helps people to hear that. It's very helpful. But the journey's long, it's intense, and it's full of all kinds of surprises, shocks, but beautiful awakenings. And it's all about the awakening. Let us all awaken as soon as possible.